This is episode 2. So we've just made it to Baaj Temple from Zanarkand. Let's go ahead and make it inside. Let's look around a little bit here. So Baaj Temple we basically got here after we were warped away from Zanarkand in the beginning scene. It's a bit run down. We don't really know where we are right now at the moment, but we're somewhere near Zanarkand. So let's go ahead and go up to these ruins here. Makalania.
What do we have here?
So we can't read it yet. So what we're seeing there is something in Bhed. That's a made-up language in the game, which we'll be introduced to soon. And there's a mini quest hidden behind it where you have to find the primers, and each primer corresponds to a letter in the English alphabet. So there's about 23, I believe, or 24. And we'll go ahead and go up to this other side of the ruin. So this sphere is actually what we were talking about, the Bhed primers. So if you've had a previous save file and you found all the Bhed primers, you can sync them into your data and essentially just have all of the primers from the beginning of the game, so you can understand all of this, all of the languages throughout the game. But we don't have any previous save files, so we're just gonna keep going and find the primers as we go along. Find it's more fun that way anyways. Okay, so let's go ahead and enter Baaj Temple right here. Go ahead and save really quickly. Okay, so you're probably noticing majority of the temple is underwater. You can see a lot of the statues in there too, but you'll see those statues again, and a lot of the model of Baaj Temple is just mimicked throughout the entire game. Well, majority, all the temples look very similar. There's a little statue area, then the Cloister of Trials, leading to the Room of the Faith. So that all of that will be explained soon. I think he was meant to yell there, but he didn't. Maybe in the Japanese version he does, but in this version he doesn't yell. So let's go ahead and go towards the entrance. So what we're seeing is the statues of the high summoners in the game. They'll be mentioning who the high summoners are soon. Just a little preview for you guys, I guess. Boy, is it fast swimming. I like the badass and badass introduction there with the eye open and everything. Let's go ahead and take this guy out. Again, very easy battles in the beginning, so you don't die. There you go. So introduced to our first boss fight here. Our introduction to our first boss fight here. I say this is the first boss fight because a lot of people would have said, oh no, it was that little sin spawn that we just fought in Zanarkand. That guy can't actually kill you. This guy can actually kill you. So it's our real boss fight. Take you out. We won't be able to kill it, but we're gonna try and get him down low, because he's just going to basically take us down to 1, I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, he halvens our HP every time he hits us. So this should trigger the next scene here. Come on. So there, he sees the entrance. He's about to go in there. Close call. Alright, so we've entered Baaj Temple now. And this is one of the forgotten temples of Yevon. Yevon is, like I mentioned earlier, is one of the religions. Is the religion of Spira. Spira is the world we're in.
The freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Oh, you're not gonna die. Come on, man. If you die, the game's over. So let's go up here to Baaj Temple. Boy, how did he move those by himself? So here's the generic temple round room before you enter the Cloister of Trials room. We'll be seeing it a lot in the other temples as well. But this one's kind of destroyed, so you'll see the full version once we get to other parts of the game. The remains of a campfire. With flint and tinder, you could start another fire here. So you're telling me I have to go on a dating site. Okay, got it. Alright, so let's look over here. We got a chest. Let's get it. Done. So we need to look for one more. Okay, here it is. So we just got the withered bouquet. We should be able to start a fire with that, but we also need one more element, which is the flint that he was talking about earlier. Let's get this chest here. And then go back this way. So there's not much in this area to really discover. That little hidden chest was one of them, so we already got that. Let's go ahead and go to the next spot. I don't know if this is... Oh no, this is the way we came in. So let's go to the other room here. Oh, save spot. Thanks. So I recommend you save any chance you get in this game. Any and every chance you get in this game, because you will not... You won't know when you'll find a challenging fight that might just wipe you out. So let's go ahead and get this. There's the flint. Also, if you notice, there's a little writing on that banner there on the the wall in the red banner. So that's the script of Yevon, I believe, and we'll be seeing a lot of it. It actually is an actual language translated by one of the I like to call them the Final Fantasy experts. So I will put the name of the gentleman and his article in the description, but go ahead and check out his stuff. It's real good stuff. We'll talk more about it once we get to the other temples, but he's done a real good job on translating the script and really understanding what's on the wall. Like, you really don't notice all this background stuff that we see that goes into the design, and you know, credit to everybody who's really putting a lot of effort into it. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this little hidden scene here, or not hidden scene, this little cutscene here. But yeah, as we go along in the game, please do pay attention to the markings on the walls and stuff like that.
I need food.
It really gets lost in the gameplay, and it really shows the detail that they've really put into the game.
What
And
do you
when you
want?
see the detail, you really see how much love and
was a
passion
bad call.
the creators have put into this game.
Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
Also, so this scene really shows
It's been 10 years.
Orin being like a father figure to Titus while Jet is gone. And
You cried.
they're just trying to establish a bond there between between Orin and Titus, as a mentor, as a parental figure, as a friend. Basically, he was all Titus knew after Jet.
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me!
Something stalking us here. Let's see.
Just hold on. I'll get more wood.
Alright, so let's start
Give me a
this battle
break.
here. So this guy can wipe us out as well, so let's keep going. So keep an eye on his HP though, just to be sure. Let's go ahead and heal. Alright, so this is our first introduction to some new characters. These are the Bhed that we were speaking about. Bhed is their race, and they're also their language is also known as Bhed. Usually, when they say the Bhed, they're referring to their race, I guess. So this is our new character we're being introduced to in the game. So she has her own set of moves and job.
You on my side?
She essentially is the thief of the thief job of the game. So she uses two special things such as steal and use. Her name is Riku, which we'll find out in a minute. Her overdrive is mix. That's the only one she has. But she has almost an infinite amount of mix combinations. She's very useful. First, her speed stat is off the chart, so she gets a turn very often. On top of that, she can use this command called use, which helps her use like feed items and very useful things in the game. And then she has this ability of steal. And then later on, as we go along, she'll get the ability mug, which is you do damage and you steal an item. And her basically all of her armor and everything is revolving around these two principles: steal, use, mix. Oh, did I just attack with her? So see how she got a turn before Titus there. It's very her speed stat is really high, so she gets turns before everybody else, and she's a very useful character later on in the game too. So you always have a party of 3 usually. So it's usually Titus and Riku are a staple in my three-man party, and then I usually like to change it up with either Kamari or Waka. Kamari will be introduced to soon. We saw him in the beginning scene, but we'll see him again in a minute. Okay, boss down. So right now, you saw me just stealing with Riku right now. What I was doing was I was stacking up the grenades because we're gonna need it for a later boss fight. So it's good to collect a lot of her items. The more items you collect with her, the better it'll be for you in the end game and throughout the game. Because her items and those items become very useful later on.
Phew. That was close.
I'll explain when we get there.
Hey, let me
So the
go.
Bhed are very close-knit society. They have their own language, of course, and culture, and they're very technologically savvy and very smart folk, I guess. You could probably notice by their costume, it's very cyberpunk. So she says sorry there, but obviously we couldn't, we didn't know because of the we don't have the Bhed primers. Come on, Riku, why would you knock me out? So we're aboard the Bhed ship now. So see, I think he's meant to say something there, but I think they took it out on purpose to make him to show the disorientedness of his state.
Whoa. Okay.
So there's Riku and brother.
Right. Whatever.
Tui Hood Kabeg?
I said I don't understand.
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
All right. So let's go. Oh, there's the first Bhed primer. Let's go ahead and get it. See, this is what I was talking about. So it corresponds to each language of the alphabet. 1 being A, 2 being B, you know, so on and so forth. So let's talk to this guy. We don't know, but thanks for the potion. Let's talk to this guy. Come on, give me something. Alright, guess not. Come on, give me something. Oh, I guess not.
Oh, almost forgot.
Okay, so this is the sphere grid tutorial. So I'll go ahead and read it out for you. The sphere grid is used to develop your characters by activating nodes with spheres. Let's see how this is done. Select sphere grid from the main menu. The cursor appears at the selected character's current position. Use the movement to move the cursors. Information on upgrades is displayed at the top of the screen. This location is for defense upgrades, while this one lets you learn an ability. These upgrade locations are called nodes. Characters are upgraded by activating these nodes. A character must move near a node in order to activate it. Let's go through this step by step. By pressing B, the cursor turns to the character's position and a list of commands appears. Select Move. To display a number of steps the character can move. The number of steps a character can move is equivalent to his sphere level. Sphere levels are gained by getting AP, ability points, which are obtained by participating in battles. Characters must fight battles to gain AP and obtain sphere levels, which are in turn used to move around the grid. In short, if characters do not participate in battle, they will not grow stronger. Makes sense? In this case, Titus has 4 sphere levels, so you can move up to 4 steps. In general, you should be careful not to move too fast, as you may forget to activate nodes you pass over. Yeah, that's a pain. Going back and filling in those nodes, pain. So let's take one step and learn the ability cheer. Note that you do not have to be at a node to activate it. You can do it from an adjacent node as well. By selecting a destination, sphere levels are spent and the character will move. When the character arrives at the designated spot, you will be asked for final confirmation. If the destination is correct, select yes. At this point, the movement process is complete and cannot be cancelled. If you want to activate nodes you pass over, you must spend sphere levels to go back. When you're retracing your steps, you can move 4 steps by spending 1 sphere level. However, going back every time is not very cost efficient. Always plan ahead to avoid wasting sphere levels. Now, since the character is in position, let's activate a node. To activate nodes, you must use spheres. Spheres are items that can be obtained by various means, but mainly by defeating enemies. Press B and use select. A list of spheres currently in stock will be displayed. Every sphere has a special function. For example, power spheres are used to activate strength, defense, and HP. Ability activates ability nodes. Nodes that can be activated are the nodes at the character's current position and nodes directly adjacent to it. This means nodes are one step behind or ahead can also be activated. In this example, the only node that can be activated is an ability node, so only ability spheres can be used. You can select a sphere. When you select a sphere, the nodes can be activated by the sphere at the position are highlighted. Ability spheres have been selected here, so only the ability node will glow. By selecting the node you want, it will activate and the character will learn its ability. Note that one ability sphere was used during this process. Use the same procedure to improve the character's strength, magic, and max MP, HP, etc. Power spheres, magic spheres, and speed spheres are needed to improve each corresponding stat. Also, every node on the grid can be activated separately by each character. This means that a character can reactivate a node already used by another character by moving to it and using the corresponding sphere. Note that locks cannot be opened at present. Another tutorial will become available once you're able to unlock them. Now that you know how to upgrade your character, let's look at the other useful features of the sphere grid. The character's current status can be displayed by pressing Y. Use this information to plan how you wish to upgrade your character. Press LB and right B to switch between characters. This is useful when you wish to compare the character stats or when you wish to quickly upgrade multiple characters. Press the select button to zoom in and out for a better view of the grid. Alright, sweet.
We found some ancient ruins right beneath us. It's not active now, but there should... We're gonna go down there and and then we should be able to salvage the big prize. Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
Let's go ahead and save first.
We'll go as soon as...
So I'm going to call it an episode there. Thanks for tuning into episode 2. Please tune in next time. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to share and like with your friends. Help the channel grow. Thank you.